Hello and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Tourvel. You're watching the No B-Roll life. So nothing fancy here other than getting out of debt in 2021. So I'm really sorry for not posting last week, guys. I'm not sure exactly what was happening, but the video would not upload. I think it stayed at 90% for, I don't know, about 6 or 7 hours. And at that point in time, I'd been trying to upload it for over 12 hours. I finally gave up and went to bed around midnight, and the next day, the same thing. I tried again, but it wasn't getting me anywhere, and I have just started a new job within the same company I work for, so it was a bit draining trying to take in all the new information. So I thought I'd give myself a little bit of a break from it. So here we are. You're getting 2 videos this week because when I promised myself when I started my YouTube journey that I would upload 52 videos this year to get my channel off to a good start. So I always like to preface my videos by saying I am not a financial advisor, but everything that I'm discussing with you today can be found by doing your own research and formulating your own opinion, just like I have done. So let's get on today with today's video. Wanted to talk to you about Dave Ramsey, the baby steps, and the way it kind of all came about. So the baby steps were introduced to us in 2003 in the Total Money Makeover. Now this was 18 years ago, and these have never been tweaked or updated, and maybe there's nothing wrong with the baby steps, but because they are proven to work and have gotten millions of people out of debt. But I also see a lot of people applying certain steps and bouncing around to different steps. But for me, I'm not trying to recreate building a wheel, and I'm not trying to go outside of the box, as it were. And it is a proven method, and I am following each step one after the other except for one, which I'll explain later on. Now, I must say, outside of the steps, do I follow Dave Ramsey's advice exactly? No. But I do follow as much as I can. So I'm not just living off of rice and beans for the last 3 years of my debt-free journey. And I have seen the inside of a restaurant multiple times without working there. I do live, though, on a pretty strict budget, and I think that that's how I've been able to do it. So does this mean that I sometimes go without? Well, yes. So I usually buy the same thing week in and week out when I'm doing my food shopping. But if I see something that I would like to try and then it goes a little bit, over my budget for that week, I then go without something else that I would normally buy. I also generally allow myself 25 pounds per month to go out with my friends for meals, and we would always do cheap and cheerful, so Weatherspoons, and use the 2-for-1 Meerkat Movies apps for restaurants as well. And so I have some really amazing friends, and we would take turns in paying. So if I paid for my friend, my O, and myself, then my friend would then pay the next time, and then my O would then pay the next time. So I do enjoy going out to eat with my friends, and that's the way I've been able to do it during my debt-free journey. But if I have spent the 25 pounds, then I would have to then say no to my friends. And over the last few years, I've gotten really good at saying no and sticking to my budget, which I'm proud about. So we have been in lockdown for nearly a year. Yes, the lockdown was lifted for a short amount of time, and then we got put back into lockdown. So we have been limited on eating out. So I'm looking forward to when the lockdown is officially lifted, the weather starts to become a little bit nicer, and we can go out and enjoy a meal, maybe in a nice beer garden. I do hope that my favorite pub will be reopening, but I don't know yet, so we'll wait and see. So let's get into today's video, all about Dave Ramsey and the 7 baby steps. So baby step number 1, saving 1,000 pounds for an emergency starter fund, or whatever currency applies to you. I'm in England, so I have saved 1,000 pounds. In the first step, your goal is to save 1,000, whatever currency you're in, as fast as you can. Now, your emergency fund will cover those unexpected things, that life events that you can't plan for. And there's probably a lot that you can think of. Dishwasher going, your washer, dryer, your car, alternator, things like that, your battery, those types of things pop up. So I was really lucky, and I was able to do this quickly because I had worked a lot of overtime. Now, what I was saying before about should the rules to the baby steps still apply in today's world? I have to question, is this enough for an emergency starter fund? And looking back for me, I think that it was enough, but a lot of people that lost their jobs during the last year due to the pandemic, I'm not so sure that it would have been enough for them. And I was extremely lucky, and I was very blessed. When I was furloughed for 5 weeks, I got full pay. So for me, £1,000 was enough during this process. So baby step number 2, paying all your debt off except for the house using the debt snowball method. So now it's time to pay whatever consumer debt you might have. So car loans, credit cards, personal loans, and if you have student loans. And you're going to start by listing all of your debts except for your mortgage and put them in order balance from smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. You're going to pay the minimum payments on everything but the little one and attack that one with a vengeance. Once it's gone, you're going to take that payment and put it towards the next smallest debt, making the minimum payments on the rest, and that's what you call the debt snowball method. And you will use it to knock out each one of your debts one by one. So if you watch my other video that I posted today, you'll know that this was my chosen method, and I'll link that video up here for you. Baby step number 3, saving 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. So you've paid off all of your debt, and it's important that you don't slow down now and take the money that you were using to throw at your debt and build that fully funded emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your expenses. This will protect you and your family against life's bigger surprises, and for example, the loss of a job or your car breaking down, without slipping back into debt. Now, I don't know quite what this I do not know what this looks like for me quite yet. I am thinking about doing 3 months of saving, and then I should be well and truly in the clear, but this may change over time. Baby step number 4, invest 15% of your household income into your retirement. So baby step number 4, it is time to get serious about retirement. No matter what your age, you're taking 15% of your household income and starting to invest into your retirement. So you're going to typically start with your company pension. If you are in the UK, or if you're in America, it's the 401k plan, and invest up to the full employer's match. If you live in the UK, this will be also you can invest into an ISA, and if in America, you will be investing into a Roth IRA. Then investing and diversifying again with other types of investments. As I've said before, I'm definitely not a financial advisor, but when I get there, I'll be sure to let you know what I'm doing and update you with a video. One thing to mention, I wasn't able to easily stop my pension during my debt-free journey, so I have left it in place. So, I feel like I have fallen short over the years on this, and I will need to play catch-up a bit. I need to dig out all of my 401k stuff from America and also look into my Social Security benefits when I'm able to use them. That's if Social Security is still around when it's time for me to actually retire, but there's no guarantees. So once I'm on this step, I will ask a financial advisor to help with this and also the company I work for, it also deals in investments. So I'm excited to see what can be done to expand on this and what type of portfolio I will have in the future. So baby step number 5, saving for your children's college or university fund. At this step, if you've paid off all your debts except for your house, and you have that fully funded emergency fund, and you've started saving for retirement, the next it is time to save for your children's college expenses or university expenses. That's if they decide to go down that path at all. Now, The ones that Dave Ramsey recommends for American families is the 529 College Savings Plans, or ESA, which is an educational savings account. Again, not a financial advisor, and so it's best to check with one to get the help you need with this. Now, I have heard of some other people on a debt-free journey in the UK kind of ignoring this step because the rules here in the UK are different to the rules that apply to a student loan debt in America. Now, regardless of where you live, I kind of have to say, if you have kids, do not saddle them with debt when they are just starting out with their adult lives. They don't need any debt, and they don't need that stress over their heads. I don't personally have kids, so I will be skipping this step. So baby step number 6, paying off your home early. Again, this also does not apply to me because I do not have a traditional home. But this is what Dave Ramsey says about baby step number 6. It is the big dog. Your mortgage is the only thing standing between you and complete financial freedom from debt. And he asked the questions: can you imagine your life with no house payment? Any extra money that you can put towards your mortgage could save you tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, pounds in interest. Now, I don't have a traditional home. I have my van, and I want to stay in that van as long as I can possibly do so. So I want it to continue to run for me. I will have to make a choice at some point. What if my van dies in 3 to 5 years? I hate the thought of it. So what do I do with the £1,000 that I am spending on debt now? I think that once I am up to baby step 3 and 4, then I will put money away for various sinking funds, holidays being one of them, as I'm really looking forward to it, and having a few in mind for spring and summer 2022, which gives me plenty of time to save for those. And then the rest can go towards a sinking fund towards a new used van, or a saving for a house or a flat. So I could look into doing a help to buy ISA when saving for a house, and I think I just might do it as a help to save, or help to buy ISA, just to give me that, I guess, security in case I do decide to buy a house. So baby step number 7, building wealth. So Dave Ramsey has a saying to say, what do people do when they have no debt? Well, anything they want. So you can continue to build wealth and become outrageously generous, all while leaving an inheritance for your kids and their kids. Now, that is what Dave Ramsey calls leaving a legacy for you and your family. Now, I don't have my own children to leave to. I do have my best friend's family and her children, and of course my and his son and his family. So no matter what, the future looks bright. So, if you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. It's the easiest way to support my channel, and I hope to see you guys next Sunday. This is an extra little thing that I normally wouldn't do, but I don't feel right with not doing it. So I follow a lot of homesteading channels on YouTube, and it is with great sadness that I'm asking for help for one of those channels. The Needy Homestead and her family were out on the 13th of February for an early Valentine's evening meal with her husband and her 2 children. And when they were headed home, they were hit head on by an uninsured drunk driver that killed her husband instantly, and Heather was critically injured as well, along with her 2 children that were also injured. I wouldn't normally post something like this, but I think that as a YouTube community, if we can help a family in need, we should. If that means you go back and watch her old videos and play through the ads because she is monetized, then please do so. They do have a GoFundMe page, and if you can afford to donate, please do so. Even simply praying for this family would probably help them at this stage. Anything that you can do to help to support them during this difficult time would be greatly appreciated. Again, I don't normally post things like this, but I think that if we can, we should try to help. So anyway, thanks so much again for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.